various oromotor exercises. We can make the child smell all kinds of food that we are cooking.
अगर आप ये 1 लीटर पानी में 1 चम्मच डालेंगे, उसे अच्छी तरह से उबाल के रात भर रहने दीजिए, दूसरे दिन छान के बच्चे को वो पानी पिलाइए, तो इससे भूख भी अच्छी बढ़ती है.
If you are having fibroids repeatedly and you've already undergone one surgery, it does not mean that you cannot conceive. You can.
So the baby weight is, it depends on the weight and build of the mother. So a mother who is small in build, short in height and very thin may have a very low baby weight and still the baby weight would be normal.
Hello everyone. Welcome to yet another exciting session of Parentune Live. I am Akansha, your host for today, and we have with us Kumkum Jagadish, psychologist, who will be taking us through how to help your child stay calm during this pandemic. Welcome, Kumkum.
Thank you so much, Akansha. And thank you all parents for being here. I hope that this session will be very, very interactive and I can answer all your questions to my best. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to have you, Kumkum, and let's make this a fruitful session for each child and parent out there. Thank you. Kumkum, please tell us, it has been more than 1 year that a child has been more or less indoors. During this time, what all factors have led to, anxiety and aggression in a child?
Yes, we are noticing a lot of anxiety and aggression in children because of the pandemic. The main factors that are leading to this anxiety is a lot of uncertainty. There is uncertainty of, whether schools are going to open or not, whether I am going to be able to meet with my friends. When am I going to be able to meet with my friends? How long is this lockdown going to last? There is uncertainty of health. I am listening to so many things around me. My parents are talking about people falling sick. What does that mean to me and my family? Will I be safe? Will my family be safe? So there's a lot of uncertainty about health. There's a lot of confusion children may be facing about what they are hearing around them or what they're reading in the news. They may not be able to make complete sense of it, or like how it is stressing us as adults out, it is also stressing them out, and this stress could be leading to anxiety. And because there is so much of confusion, it could be leading to aggression as well, because children do not know how to communicate this feeling inside them, this feeling of fear inside them, and it could be leading to aggression. It is also the thing that it's so boring right now for children, right? They're not able to go out and play. Play is very, very important for children because play helps in developing various skills like social skills, leadership skills, team building skills. It also helps them, build the younger children. It helps them build up their motor, muscles for their motor activities are built. So all this is not happening right now. So again, the energies are not channelized in play and it's not channelized in the right direction. So again, this could be leading to a lot of anxiety.
Sure, Kumkum. Thank you for informing us about all the relevant reasons in the current times. To all those who are watching, if you have any big or small questions around how to help your child stay calm during this pandemic, the expert Kumkum is right here. Please ask the psychologist your questions and we will surely take them up. Kumkum, Simran Singh writes from Delhi. She says, "Hello doctor. Nowadays my child gets angry and aggressive. Her age is 4.5. She wants outside to play. She misses her school teachers and her friends. She also understands about COVID, but her aggressive behavior gives me a lot of stress. Please guide me. How can I calm her?" Simran is asking.
Hi Simran, nice to hear from you. I can understand that right now it must be very, very stressful for you, with your 4.5-year-old child, because she is not able to do what she wants to do. Right? It is a girl, right? Has that been mentioned? So she's not been able to sort of go out and play and develop her
Yes, she's a
skills.
girl child.
Yeah, she's not able to develop her skills. She's not able to socialize and develop her communication skills, social skills with her friends. All this is sort of really giving her a lack of energy, because her energy is not being channelized in the right manner. And when you're not channelizing your energy in the right manner, it sort of puts you down. So it is important, I know it is very difficult for us, as parents. What do we do? How do we address this? There are some things that we can do. Since she's only 4.5 years old, and physical activity is very important for her, we can try to construct some environment within the house where the child is getting some physical activities. For example, you you can do jumping, skipping in the house. Both of you can do this together. You could do yoga with her. There are a lot of nice videos for children, where it sort of encourages children to do yoga. You could put her in some sort of an online class if that is an option. For example, a lot of online football classes, taekwondo classes are happening, or there are online physical activity classes where they are exercising. So she could do that. Also, where it is where she can, so you can sort of arrange for play dates which are online on Zoom, or Meet, or any online platform, where a few children are coming together and just interacting with each other. Or a mother is teaching some sort of a craft to all the children, or a mother is using online storybooks, or even physical storybooks which you are sharing online, and you are reading to the child. There are also a lot of online storytelling sessions that you could enroll your child into. um, you can also do coloring and painting, drawing with your child. Other than these activities, just have fun at home, where I have seen parents, they have sort of organized pillows, one below the other, like in a slanting manner, like a slide, and made this a child, like slide on the pillows. Or the mattress would be adjusted on the bed to resemble a slide, and then the child slides down the mattress. Or the child could try cartwheels with the help of a parent. The child could do jumping jacks and other exercises which are more physical. uh, do activities like kneading dough, so that sort of develops the motor, the gross motor skills are developed, the hands are developed. You could together you can count rajma and chana. Pick up, put spread things on the ground, small tiny things like beads, or even beans, and then pick them up with your fingers, and see who will put it faster in the who will collect them faster, or who will collect the most number of rajma seeds. So have these small sort of play games inside the house with your child. Or you can have a basket and throw things into the basket, and see who will have the maximum number of things thrown into the basket. So small little competitions like this that you can have with your child. So try to incorporate some outdoor activities inside in a creative manner.
Sure, Kumkum. Thank you. I hope that helps Simran. Kumkum, how to handle the child so that he or she doesn't develop anxiety or aggression issues. Here we are talking about children broadly from 3 years of age to 11 years of age. Yani, for example, like a child as well as a preteen. But since the starting, even in the initial years of when he or she is 3 years old, what can a parent do so that the child doesn't develop these issues? He or she is like a happy child and easy to manage.
let's first of all look at what is anxiety. Okay, all of anxiety is not bad. Some anxiety is good because anxiety keeps you safe, right? Because you are anxious about the pandemic, there is some sort of safety measures that you are following. Okay, anxiety is an emotion. Okay, it is mostly fear, which is natural and normal for all of us to face. So let's not say that we should not be anxious, we should not have fear. How can we be happy all the time? That is not possible. We are all human beings and we must accept all emotions, okay, equally. It is like hunger. Hunger is an emotion. All of us know what to do when we are hungry. We eat food and we maintain our hunger. If we do not maintain our hunger, then we can get restless, cranky, aggressive, irritating. So we know that, and we also plan in advance, like, I'm going to cook this, I'm going to give this to my child, I'm going to eat this, so that, we are not feeling hungry and we are in a better mood. Similarly, fear, stress, any sort of feeling which you find difficult, okay, difficult feeling, it is important to understand it, accept it. Once you accept it, it is easier for you to address it. So some anxiety is good, but when it becomes too much overbearing, then it may not be very good. So when a child is feeling anxious, especially younger ones, let us not criticize the child or judge the child and say, how can you feel anxious? How can you feel this? Don't feel anxious. Don't feel fear. Support them. Tell them that it is okay. I understand you're feeling anxious. I understand you're feeling stressed out. I understand there is some fear in you. How can I help you? What is it making? How let become aware of how it is, affecting your behavior. What is this making it do for you? Would you like to change your behavior? So these are some of the conversations that you will need to have with your children, especially let's say 6 years to 11 years. With younger children below 6 years, it is difficult to have such conversations. But what you can do as a parent is to support them, to be there for them, to hug them, okay, to tell them that I am here for you, calm down. Okay, do some calming, teach them some calming activities like breathing in and breathing out. There are these calming boxes that you can use where, you can put a box full of things that the children like to do, and when you see that they're suddenly becoming a little aggressive, or their mood is going to change, you can redirect their behavior and say, hey, let's go to the calm corner and sit down together and do some activity. Okay, you can also redirect what you are going to tell them. So instead of pointing out to them and making them feel ashamed that they have this feeling, you can make them feel like it is normal to have this feeling and that you are there to support them. Okay, and together you can come up with coping strategies that the child can use when the child is feeling low. So it is important for us as parents to play a very, very important role in managing and maintaining the child's anxiety. And the most important way is by communicating to the child, telling the child that you are there to support them by not criticizing and judging them, redirecting the child's behavior, and making the child feel more confident in self by telling the child every time the child does something right.
Thank you, Kumkum, for that information. To all those who are watching this, if you have any questions, big or small, around how to help your child stay calm during this pandemic, please ask us and we'll surely take it up. The expert Kumkum Jagadish, psychologist, is right here, so don't miss this opportunity. Kumkum Divya Nathan writes, hello ma'am, I have recently noticed certain changes in my 10-year-old girl. She doesn't talk much, keeps writing something in the diary, and doesn't want to open up with us. I feel as if she is going through some turmoil inside her. Is it okay if I read her diary to find what she has been going through? Kindly suggest ways to make her talk to us or share her heart out with us. Divya is asking.
Yes, Divya, it is very, very difficult times, and it is very difficult for children to also, share their feelings. And as parents, I can understand how you must be feeling. You must be feeling so like lost, and you don't really know how to handle this situation. So, thank you so much for reaching out. What I would like to first address is the writing of the diary. When a child or even an adult, when they write a diary, they consider the diary as a very sacred space. Okay, this is the space where it is a safe space and a space for them to vent out their feelings, to write whatever they are undergoing and thinking and feeling without being judged or criticized. So the diary gives them that sort of a space, okay, where they can vent out what is happening inside them. In fact, as a psychologist, or as psychologists, we also recommend diary writing as a tool to fight anxiety or stress or any unwanted emotions and thoughts. So it is a very good thing that your daughter is writing the diary. What will happen is that if as a parent you happen to read her diary without her permission, then that could create a lot of trust issues later in life, and she may stop trusting you. It is also violating the privacy of the child. So, again, when you're violating the privacy of a child, that would further lead to a lot of emotional issues later on. Um Also, when somebody reads a diary without permission, the child or anybody may stop using the diary as a tool to vent out their and their frustration and their irritation and their emotions that they are not able to handle. So then that does not serve as the proper tool, like the tool that it has to serve. So what I would rather suggest is that it is good that she's writing the diary, she's venting out and using it as a space to vent out. But I also understand that your feelings, that that why isn't she telling me these things? If she tells me these things, I will be able to address it in the best way possible. I will be able to guide her. You can still guide her. What you can do is just let her, give her that space to write her diary. Don't keep asking her, can I read your diary? Can I read your diary? What's written in your diary? Because that will just make her close up, and she will not reveal anything to you. Instead, just tell her that you are there to support her. Give her a lot of hugs every day. Okay. Don't expect anything in return. Just give her a hug and just make her feel that you're there for her and you are supporting her. Okay. And together as a family, all of you could just talk about your emotions in general. For example, you can have an emotion chart where maybe twice a day you are all looking at the chart together and saying, hey, right now I'm feeling irritated, right now I am feeling sad. How are you feeling? What are your feelings? Okay. Don't push any answer out. Take it patiently. You do more sharing than expecting her to share. So you can tell her that I am right now feeling a little lost, or I'm feeling a little tired, stressed, and tell her why you're feeling stressed or tired, and tell her how you're going to cope with it. So, for example, I'm feeling very tired right now. I think I'm going to go and just listen to some music because I want to unwind. Or I'm feeling a little stressed, I may just want to go and meditate. Or whatever that you are doing to take care of your emotions, you can talk to her about it. So then she also understands that mama, papa also undergo these emotions, and it is okay to have these emotions. What is important is the way we are coping with it and how we cope with it in a positive manner. And when you are sharing, she will also automatically slowly start sharing with you. What is important to remember is when she is sharing, do not judge her, do not criticize her, do not put the emotion down. Okay. Just say, I understand, I'm really sorry you're feeling this, I would like to support you in any manner that is possible. and create a dialogue, create a conversation with her. Ask her what is it that she can do when she's feeling sad. What makes you feel good when you're feeling sad? Maybe that is something that you want to do. So, get that conversation out, get a dialogue started with her, and let her come up with the answers. You can give your suggestions too, but let her also come up with her answers, so that she is comfortable talking with you, she's comfortable sharing with you, and she trusts you and feels that you support her more than anything else. This is very important.
Thank you, Kumkum. Parentune has taken up a very relevant topic today: how to help your child stay calm during this pandemic. The expert Kumkum Jagadish, psychologist, is right here. Please ask your questions and we will surely take them up. Kumkum, what are the symptoms and signs that a parent can identify that their child, both from 3 to 7 years and the preteens one, they are going through some issue, and they're not as calm as they were earlier? How can parents identify this?
That's a very, very relevant question. Yeah, so what happens when we are sick, when we are feeling uneasy, like for example when we have a headache, or when we have some pain. It is easily, we can easily make that out, because the child is either crying, or the child may have a temperature, the child is you know you can look at a lot of physical symptoms. But when it comes to emotional not well-being, and when it comes to mental health, it is very difficult to understand whether the child is in a good mental health, or is feeling emotionally healthy or not. There are a lot of hidden signs which you should you need to start paying attention to, and then you will unearth these. And they are very simple. This is something that you can do every day at home. So just you can keep a diary as parents to understand: is your child eating properly? Is your child eating on time? Is the weight of the child increasing or decreasing? Okay. Because if the weight is decreasing, then you know the child is not eating properly. If the weight is increasing, then you know that the child is overeating. So eating too much or eating too little, if there suddenly the child is eating too much, or suddenly the child is eating too little, then there is some sort of an, let's say, emotional disturbance. If the child is suddenly sleeping a lot or sleeping very little, okay, then again there is emotional disturbance. How will this manifest in the everyday behavior? You'll see that the child is not able to complete their homework, the child is not concentrating properly. Okay. You may see that there's a lot of the child is always constantly complaining, whining. Okay, there is a lot of aggression, anger, irritation. So when you are looking at the behavior of the child and you're noticing that there is a change in the behavior, okay, then you know that yes, there is some sort of emotional concern with the child. So the child must be feeling low, the child must be having some anxiety, fear. So observing the behavior of the child and seeing if there's any drastic change in the behavior. The child suddenly becomes very lonely, does not want to talk to you, does not want to talk to friends, does not want to talk to relatives. So all these are signs that is telling you that that you need to pay more attention to your child.
Thank you, Kumkum. Kumkum, Pari Malhotra writes from Jalandhar. Hello, expert, she says. My son is 9 years old. He is our only child. He is too talkative. We are working parents, but working from home these days. He wants to spend time with us, play games, or do some activities with us. But as we have too many responsibilities to cater to, we haven't been able to give him much time, due to which he remains upset. How can we keep him happy in the limited time that we have? Pari is asking.
Yes, Pari, it is not at all easy to take care of your children as well as work from home. There is a lot of expectations from children. Mummy and Papa are at home, so now they need to spend more time with me. Instead, what are they doing? They are, in front of their laptops all day long, and I am left all alone. I don't have friends to play with because I cannot go outside. I don't have school to go to. My life is now, not very easy. So I can understand how your child must be feeling and how you as a parent will also be, feeling. It is not a very easy situation. But what can make it easier is for you as parents to first of all not take this very personally and not get stressed out about this. Accept the situation the way it is. You have a lot of work to do, you have to work, and that is important. But taking care of your child is also important, and it is difficult to strike a balance between both. What is important is here is to draw some boundaries with your child. Okay, explain to your child the importance of you working. Okay, how it is helping you earn money, and how it is helping towards the development of the child, towards his education, how it is giving your child, the home that he and the roof that he's staying under, and all the good things that your child is experiencing is because of the work that both of you are doing. Then also address the child's loneliness and the child's emotions. So here you have explained to the child your part. Now try to address his part. Okay. So what is important is for both of you to draw boundaries, to draw a to-do list. Okay. Even the child is also getting very bored sitting at home. So let the child, instead of looking at mommy papa are not paying attention, mommy papa are not focusing on me, what is important for your child is to look at what are my duties for the day, what is in my to do list, what can I finish. Okay, I want to, I will spend 1 hour doing my homework, I will spend an hour reading a storybook, then I want to spend some time playing games, maybe playing sometime 1 hour on my computer playing online games, 1 hour I will spend doing some art or craft, or making something, creating something on my own. Then 1 hour, this is the time now for me to go talk with my friends, let me have an online call with them or do a WhatsApp video chat. Okay, so if you sit with your child before you start your everyday work, sit with your child and help your child draw up a to-do list. So that way the child stays focused on what he or she has to do next. What should I do next? What should I do next? And the mind is not going into mama and papa are not spending time with me. Two, in that to-do list, please do have some time, even if it is half an hour, some time with your child. So the child also knows that, okay, this is not mummy papa time, but 9 o'clock in the night is mummy papa time. And during mummy papa time, make sure that you're giving your full attention to the child. Okay, you have kept your mobiles aside, you have kept your laptops aside, and you are doing things with the child. And of course, Sundays are days when you can probably spend more time with your child. So let your child be aware of that as well. So try to manage some expectations of the child by creating these boundaries and having these to-do lists. What is very important is the quality, not the quality quantity of time that you're spending with your child, but the quality of time that you are spending with your child. So your child knows that yes, mama and papa have time for me, but this is the time they have given me and they're giving me full attention during this time. So whatever I want to share and tell them, we do at this time, and when they are busy, I am also busy doing my work. So that is very important.
Thank you, Kumkum. To all those who are watching, if you have any questions around how to help your child keep calm during the pandemic, please ask us and we'll surely take them up. The expert Kumkum Jagadish, psychologist, is right here, so do not miss this opportunity. Kumkum Naresh Batra from Bangalore says, "Hi, my name is Netik. Okay, my name is Netik." He's saying maybe he's writing someone else, and I'm the father to a 8 and 4 year old child, two children. My greatest concern is I find it difficult to keep them occupied since one is a boy, the other is a girl, and they have different interests. It becomes difficult to engage them together. Kindly suggest some ways to keep my children productive during the pandemic so that it would take care of both the aspects, learning as well as fun? Thank you so much. So Netik is asking, I believe.
Yeah, Naitik. So 4 and 8 years old, managing two children, of a 4 year age difference is not very easy. Uh, but there are certain ways that this can be done. Okay, this is again a trial and method way that you will have to follow, where you are, since the boy is 8 and the girl is 4, maybe the boy, your son, can sort of do certain activities with your daughter, which even your son finds very interesting. It could be like, things like drawing, coloring, craft work, clay work, molding clay. So these are some. So you need to find certain activities that both of them can do together, and both of them will enjoy helping each other out. Okay. Secondly, you can also, where activities cannot be done together, there are various games that, or there are various worksheets also, which are fun worksheets, puzzle worksheets, that your 8 year old can do while your 4 year old is playing, doing clay modeling, or just scribbling on a paper, etc. So both of them feel that they are doing something together, sitting in the same room. The activities may be different, but they are doing some sort of an age appropriate worksheet, or age appropriate coloring, drawing, age appropriate clay modeling, etc. The other thing that you can do is, you can, organize some sort of a space in your house where they can do physical activities, like, throwing things into a bucket. Take all the stuffed toys of your children and arrange two buckets, and then, your 8 year old can lead the whole thing, where they start throwing it into the bucket, right? Aiming and throwing, and they can have the target at different distances placed in the room, a little closer to the 4 year old and a little far away from the 8 year old. So they also find it a little challenging. So you can have these physical activities. Then, of course, you can sing rhymes together. The 8 year old could recite whatever nursery rhymes he has heard as a child to the 4 year old, or teach those nursery rhymes to the 4 year old. Usually, when you tell the older children to teach the younger children, they sort of like it, and they take full responsibility, and they feel very confident and good that they are being, a big brother or a big sister, and they're teaching the younger child. You could also, ask your 8 year old to gently teach your 4 year old writing skills, like, straight line and that. But if he's 4, I mean, she's 4, she may have already done that, but she can go one step further, and it can only be like 10 minutes, like, writing A, or writing B, whatever the activity that the school is recommending, that can be done together. So there are various ways where you can sort of ask both of them to do things together. And if you feel that they're fighting a lot, and they are not able to get together and do these activities, then do have separate activities which are age appropriate. They could be sitting in the same room as you in two different corners, or they could be sitting in different rooms. You can also, you can also involve them in cleaning up the house. They will really love it. They will feel so independent, and they'll feel so confident that, wow, papa and mama are asking me to clean up the house. They are, showing so much of confidence in me, like putting the vessels away inside. Even the 4 year old will do it very well, putting the vessels away inside, picking up papers from the floor and putting them away, cleaning a shelf. So these activities can be done to keep them engaged.
Sure, Kumkum. Thank you. You were talking about diary writing, and Gayatri has sent in a follow up question. Gayatri saying writes, at what age we should encourage kids to write diary? She's asking.
So there's nothing like, any age. When your child is ready, when you know that, my child likes to write, my child will be able to write a few lines. um, the child can start writing. Even if it is a small child, where they don't really know how to write very well, they can draw. You can just tell them, take this page and, or keep a diary, keep a book, and tell them, whatever you're feeling right now, just draw it, just color it. And you will be surprised how they will take their crayon and start scribbling in it, and they will tell you a story about what they have drawn. So it can, if, even if they cannot write, you can encourage them to draw what is in their mind, draw their thoughts, draw their fear, color it. And you can ask them, what did you draw, how was it, and younger children will tell you, older children may not.
Thank you, Kumkum. To all those who are watching, if you have any questions around how to keep your child calm during the pandemic, please ask us and we will surely take them up with Kumkum Jagadish, psychologist. कुमकुम पराग मित्तल फ्रॉम पुणे राइट्स, मैडम मेरा 6.5 years का बेटा है, बहुत जल्दी अपसेट होने लगा है, बात बात पर गुस्सा करता है, मोबाइल पर गेम्स खेलने में ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करने लगा है। वो लॉकडाउन से पहले फिजिकली बहुत एक्टिव था स्पोर्ट्स में, परंतु अब कहीं कई बार जाने के कारण वो घुटा हुआ सा फील करता है। मैं चाहकर भी उसकी मदद नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ। मैं कैसे उसे बिजी कर और रखूं और खुश कर सकता हूँ? कृपया मुझे मार्गदर्शन करें। पराग इज आस्किंग। कुमकुम प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ, वी आर नॉट एबल टू हियर यू।
थैंक यू पराग। मैं समझती हूँ कि आपको बहुत स्ट्रेस हो रहा होगा कि अभी मैं क्या करूँ, हाउ डू आई टेक केयर ऑफ माई 6.5 year old। हाँ, पहला हमको ये एक्सेप्ट करना है कि ये 1 साल बहुत कठिन है, एंड इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट। चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट एबल टू गेट दैट फिजिकल एक्टिविटी। सो सम थिंग्स लाइक एक्स्ट्रा टीवी टाइम तो हो जाता है, थोड़ा इग्नोर तो करना है हमको। बट एट द सेम टाइम हम क्या कर सकते हैं कि हम बात कर सकते हैं। ओके, वी कैन प्ले एज अप्रोप्रिएट गेम्स, जो बोर्ड गेम्स होता है, या ऊनो, या कुछ कार्ड गेम्स जो लाइक मेमोरी गेम्स। ऑल दीज गेम्स वी कैन स्पेंड टाइम प्लेइंग विद द चिल्ड्रन। ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि एक रूटीन सेट करना है। रूटीन बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं होना है, थोड़ा फ्लेक्सिबल हो सकता है, बट कंसिस्टेंसी होना है। जिधर आप और आप दोनों ये रूटीन सेट कीजिए। एंड फॉर द 6.5 year old, आप ये मत कीजिए कि फोर्स मत कीजिए पढ़ाई करने के लिए, 1 घंटा बैठो, 1 घंटा पढ़ाई करो। ऐसा उनको वो ये नहीं, कंसंट्रेशन नहीं होगा। सो इट इज़ वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट कि जो पढ़ाई करेंगे वो भी आप 15-15 minutes के लिए आप ब्रेकअप कीजिए, क्योंकि ये साल में कंसंट्रेशन और फोकस ओनली 10-15 minutes के लिए होता है। बहुत प्रेज कीजिए, praise your child as much as possible. Praise them for small things. So we feel that if we keep on praising our children, they will think too much of themselves, and they will get out of our hand, and we will not be able to control them. But the fact is that you have to praise the behavior of the child. जो behavior है उसको praise कीजिए. So for example, you are sitting and eating your food like a very in a very good manner. The manner in which you are eating your food is very nice. Thank you very much. आप आपका नाश्ता 15 मिनट में खत्म किया, वेरी गुड, थैंक यू। या आप कुछ नीचे नहीं गिरा, जब खाते समय कुछ नीचे नहीं गिरा, so thank you. So all these behaviors, small behaviors also, you keep praising them. What happens when you praise your child is they feel very confident about themselves, और उनको ऐसा लगेंगे कि वाह, मम्मी पापा मेरा तारीफ कर रहा है, and this gives them more confidence and they feel better about themselves. When they feel better, any irritation, any anger will come down, because the good feeling is overcoming the bad feeling. So it is important for us to try to make the children overcome the bad feelings by making them feel good, making them feel good in their self esteem. However, do remember that when you're having some unwanted feelings, like when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling anxiety, that is also very important to acknowledge it. आपको acknowledge करना है, हाँ मुझे पता है कि आपको बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है, मुझे पता है आपको अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, लेकिन अभी क्या, लेकिन मैं हूं ना, आई एम हियर टू सपोर्ट यू, डोंट वरी, एंड hug them. Okay, don't push away the feelings, don't suppress the feelings. Let accept the feelings and make them accept the feelings, and tell them that it is normal to feel angry, it is normal to feel upset, it is normal to feel sad. I understand you're feeling these and I'm here to support you. So give them that support, give them hugs, give them praise, redirect the behavior. If they're doing something and you don't want them to do it, take their attention to something else that they would rather do. So these are some of the things that we can do. But don't push away the behavior and don't tell them to hide their emotions. Let them experience it and let them accept it.
Thank you, Kumkum, for reminding us the importance of praising each child out there and making them more confident with that. Naina Agarwal from Agra writes, "Hello, doctor. My son is 3.5 years old. He is not interested in any type of activities like painting, crafting, or writing. He just wants to roam around. He does not sit and concentrate on things. Please tell me something so that I can make him sit and play for some time." Naina is asking.
Yes, Naina, 3.5 years old is a very is an age where children are experiencing that there is a world outside their mothers. Okay, till around this time they are stuck to the parents and they feel that mommy is everything. Okay, and at three and a half, they are like, oh wow, there is something else around here. Which is not part of mommy and which can be part of me. Let me explore it, let me try to understand what this world is all about. So these are some of the thoughts that are going through their mind, and they will not sit in one place because they want to explore, they want to see what they're trying to experiment and see what will happen if I do this and what will happen if I do that. So it will be very difficult for a child of that age to sit down and do activities, especially I have seen it, like when my son was 3.5 also, it was not easy for him to sit in one place and do coloring or do writing. And it depends from child to child. For example, my daughter was able to do that but not my son. So don't compare your son to anybody and say that this person can do it but why can't my son do it. If he cannot do it, it is okay, it is natural. Okay, but what you can do is try to engage him in activities which he likes to do, like maybe playing with cars. Okay, and also understand that it is difficult for a child to sit for more than 10 minutes to do any activity. So you may need to keep changing his activities, his attention and focus will be changing. So 10 minutes the activities may have to change. Allow him some time to do free play. Put all his toys on the ground and then let him play for some time with all his toys the way he wants to play it without any restrictions. But also instill in him that once you finish playing something, you have to put it back in its place. Okay, so that he is developing his a sense of independence in him. He's also developing responsibilities. So you don't put away the toys, let him put away the toys. So let it, that also is an activity for him. Okay, and then you can engage him in role play. So do role playing, like, oh, let's all go to the railway station together and act as if you are seeing a train come in and he's getting into the train, you are buying tickets or he's buying tickets, and then the whistle of the train, you can hear the whistle of the train and then the train going on the track. So all these actions you can do and play with him through role plays. It can be visiting a railway station, visiting the zoo, visiting the airport, or sitting in an aeroplane. So various role plays that you can do with him to keep him occupied, and it's also using up all his energy. Then you can also see if there are any classes that you can put him into, online classes which will help him spend his energy, again, like karate, taekwondo, but for 3.5 years they may not even have those classes. So it should be maybe some sort of a video which is or some online dance class for those the smaller children, which is like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you don't have the time to do it with him, then put him in those classes. So just it'll be I know it'll be like very difficult for you to constantly keep him engaged, but at least try to do this for 1 hour in a day where that energy is being spent by him, and the rest of the hours he can just listen to music, he can listen to audio stories, whatever work you are doing. If you are working in the kitchen, then keep him in the kitchen and tell him, what is this, what do I have in my hand? Okay, this is a spoon. Do you know what I'm going to do with this spoon? I'm going to use it for eating. So just keep talking about what are the actions you're doing, why are you doing this. So he's also learning all this from you, he's hearing whatever you're saying, and his communication skills will start improving. Have also, you can have chats with your grandparents, with uncles, with aunts. You can organize for video chats. He may not talk for too long, but even if it's for 2 minutes, if he comes and says hi or hello, all this will help in increasing his social skills, his communication skills.
Thank you, Kumkum. Can you tell us 5 strategies to deal with a preteen? Some of the parents today sent in their queries to handle, the preteens from between 7 to 11 years of age. Maybe they aren't talking much. They have also been indoors for more than 1 year now. So, 5 strategies for parents right now to deal with their preteens.
So, see, when you're looking at the preteens, first let us understand what is that they have to do in this, as a preteen, what is their developmental stage right now, and what are the different tasks that they need to learn in this stage, right? So, one of the things that children at this stage, which is very important for them, is play, right? Because play helps in developing their social skills, their motor skills, their communication skills, leadership skills. Also, 6 to like 12 years is the age where children are learning different academic skills. Okay, their cognitive skills are also developing, and the social skills are very important for this age, because they are uh, talking to their friends, they're talking to the teachers, they're understanding their own emotions, they're understanding the teachers, emotions of their teachers, emotions of their friends. They're understanding how to behave in a social situation. Okay, how social situations and situations at home are very different. They are missing out on all this right now. So it is important for us as parents to understand this. Okay. Also, as parents, we should not start panicking or getting stressed out that our children are missing out on all these things, because it is not just our children, it is it is the whole world. Okay, the everybody in this whole world is undergoing the same problems right now. So what is it that we can do? First of all, we need to accept the situation, that yes, something has happened and this is not the right thing to happen, but it is happening. Okay. So what is important for us is to accept it and become aware of what the situation is. Once we accept the situation, it is easier for us not to personalize it and say that, oh my god, I'm not being a good mother, I'm not being a good father, I am not able to take care of my children, or my children are becoming very anxious during this time and they're showing a lot of aggression. It is the fault of, it's my fault or it is somebody else's fault, right? It is nobody's fault. This is what is happening because the situation is such. So it is important for us to accept it. Once we accept it, it is easier for us to address it. So, what do I mean address it? You think about the here and the now. Don't think about what will happen in the future. What will happen to my children's studies in the future? What is going to happen if schools don't reopen? What will happen if he's so aggressive all the time? That is not relevant. what is relevant, and that is why we get a lot of anxiety and stress ourselves as parents. And that anxiety and stress, we sort of put it out on our children, and our children see this anxiety and stress in us, and they also become anxious and stressful. And the more anxiety and stress we create in ourselves, and it reflects in our children, the more aggression from both ourselves as well as the from parents as well as children. So it is like a circle. We are feeding anxiety and stress, and we are feeding aggression, right? So it is first important for us as parents to accept the situation, become aware of it, look at our own stress levels, look at how our stress, our anxiety is playing, how is it reflecting on the children. Is the children role modeling, keeping us as role models and looking at us and learning a lot of things from us, learning coping strategies from us. Okay, so what how can I learn healthy coping strategies as a parent, so that I can teach that to my children? That is very important. Okay, then it is important for us as parents to connect with our children. Okay, connect with your children in so that so that your children are able to feel supported by you. How will you connect? By communicating with them. Tell them that you are there for them, you will support them. Do not criticize and judge their anxiety or their fear or any feeling that they're having. All feelings are normal and all feelings are natural. Okay, accept, let your children learn to accept their feelings. Okay, let them not get scared of their feelings, let them not get ashamed of their feelings. Let them accept those feelings and say that yes, I am feeling anxious right now. So if I'm feeling anxious right now, what should I do? Maybe I should go talk to my parents about it. Maybe I should just listen to some music and calm myself down, right? Or maybe I should go play with my favorite toy. Okay, teach them some exercises, encourage them to do exercises or yoga at home, because all this will help when you are feeling stressed or anxious. It helps in regulating the serotonin and dopamine levels in your brains. So let them do exercises, let them do yoga. You can do it with them. Let them do meditation. Meditation is a very very good way of becoming aware of yourself, and it's a very good way of being in the here and the now. So do a family meditation session. You talk to your children about your feelings and how you're addressing them, so that your children will also talk to you about their feelings and how they are addressing them. Okay, develop coping strategies together as a family. Okay, so understand, yes, as a family we are getting very stressful. So what can we do as a family, and how can we help each other make this stress go away, or how can we cope effectively with this stress? So come up with some family sort of coping mechanisms which are positive and which are healthy. And spend time with your children. Do not look at the quality, do not look at the quantity of the time, but look at the quality of the time. Okay, even if you're spending half an hour, 1 hour with your child, let it be with full attention to them, with full eye contact. Don't be cooking, don't be reading, don't be on your phone or on your laptop. Keep all that away. Sit with them, play a game with them, talk to them, share maybe old photographs, old memories, talk about a nice holiday you had, what you will do after the pandemic is over. uh, and the last thing that you can all do as a family is have a gratitude hour, or where you're sitting together and just telling each other all the things you are grateful for in that day. So you can say, like, I'm so grateful that I had gas to make food today, and I'm so grateful there was the internet connection so that I could finish all my office work today. And then your children can share what they are grateful for. I'm so grateful that you were there in my life today, so that I could spend my break time with you. So every day you can have this gratitude time with them, and all this will really help in addressing that anxiety and aggression.
I love this gratitude time idea. It is amazing. We were talking, you were just talking about parents leading by example. And we're here talking about how to help a child stay calm during this pandemic. So apart from good, nutritious food, good sleep, and some exercise, yoga, you think praying to God and mindfulness can also maybe help a child? Maybe they can also learn through parents, and how can it help a child to stay calm? Very quickly, if you can highlight that.
Sure. So mindfulness is very, very important, right? Meditation is one way of being mindful. Gratitude is one way of being mindful. So how does mindfulness help? What happens when we have fear? What happens when we have anxiety? Our our mind is thinking into the future. It is thinking into it is thinking about the uncertain, right? What is going to happen to my stud or to my school? What is going to happen if somebody in my family falls sick? What is going to happen if I lose my job? So these are all, your mind is thinking of a lot of negative thoughts, and it's looking and it's getting worried about the uncertain. It's getting worried about what may or may not happen in the future. So, mindfulness is a way of bringing your mind back into the present, into the here and the now, right? So, meditation, gratitude, praying, where you're becoming aware of your emotions. When you're meditating, you can just become aware and stay with your emotions, stay with your thoughts. What do I mean by stay with them? Means just observe them. Don't analyze them, don't question them, just observe them. Okay, just observe your breath, how you're breathing in and out. You can do this with your children also. It could be any activity. You can take a particular object in your hand and observe the object. How is it feeling? Okay, how is the color? How is the touch? Does it make any sound? Right? It can be a glass of water. How does the water feel in the glass? How does it feel when I put it in my mouth and roll it inside my mouth? When I swallow it, how does it feel? It can be with a biscuit, it can be with a chocolate. So just being very mindful about what you're doing in the here and now will really help you. And that is why, I told that, keeping a timetable, keeping a to-do list, that also will give you focus on what to do now, here and now, instead of thinking about other things that, other negative thoughts. So mindfulness is very, very important, and practice it in your everyday life. The more you practice, the more easier it becomes for you, and the better you will be able to control your thoughts.
I love this line. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Worth remembering. Kumkum, 3 tips to calm down a child.
When a child is not calm, tip number one, the most important tip is check your own feeling as a parent. Are you calm, or are you also not calm? If you are also in a frustrated, angry, anxious mood, then it will be very difficult to calm down your child. So you calm down first. Okay. Two, hug your child, be with your child. Tell your child that I understand. Then three would be empathizing with your child. So that means you're telling your child that I understand you're not feeling good right now. I understand there is something that is troubling you, that is making you, so agitated. I'm there with you. So first check your emotions, hug your child, empathize with your child, and fourth is tell your child that you are there to support them. And just be in that moment without any judgment, without any criticism. Just do not solve it at that moment. Just be there for your child, calm your child down, and then you can go to step two of addressing whatever that situation is.
3 do's and 3 don'ts for a parent. Very quickly.
Three do's is, like I said, communication is a must. So communicate with your child and try to understand what is there in your child's mind. If your child is not telling you anything, it is okay. Just you teach your child how to communicate by you constantly communicating your feelings and your thoughts with your child, then automatically the child will start communicating with you. Praise the child so that you are raising the child's confidence and self-esteem. That is very, very important. Third is redirect the behavior, especially younger children. Redirect the behavior of the child. Take the child away from the situation that is causing the child not to be calm or to be aggressive. So those are the three do's. Three don'ts: don't scream, don't second, don't hit, and third, you check your feelings, so don't lose your cool and your calm.
Uh, Kumkum, we've just received a question from a parent. Let's try and answer it very quickly. Divyani Gupta is writing how to encourage for sports as he can do inline skating but doesn't want to do. Also, please suggest age appropriate things to learn and physical activities, please. 1 minute, I'll mute you. Please. He loves painting, cycling, obsessed to reading. Can you please answer Divyani?
So Divyani wants to know what are some of the physical activities that the child can do.
How to encourage for sports, she's saying.
Okay. And how old is the child?
She hasn't really mentioned, but maybe you can answer in 2-3 pointers very quickly.
Sure. So one thing is, when it comes to sports, do not push your child, right? Let your child, especially if the child is between the age of, let's say, 3 to 12, the child has to still understand what they are good at and what they're not good at. 3 to 6 years old, children will do what you say, but as they grow older, 6 to 12 years old, they may start understanding that this is not something I don't want to do, or I don't like to do this. Okay, they may want to do something else, or they may look at their other friends. They may say, oh, my friend is better than me in skating, so that means I am not so good, so I don't want to do it. So they are themselves comparing themselves with their friends. So first of all, do not compare your child to other children. Don't say that, look at your neighbor, he's your age and he's skating, so you have to also skate. Don't do that. Okay, when you compare, they are only putting themselves down. Okay, just ask them to try things out. Okay, and tell them that if you don't like it, it is okay. You can leave it, but there will be something that they will discover. Okay, for example, my son himself has tried a lot of different sports before he has understood what is the sports that he likes to do. And once he understood what is the sports that he likes to do, he has stuck to it for many years now. Okay, and he is excelling in it. So it is important for us as parents to encourage them to try out new things, to make a few mistakes. It is okay, but in the end, they will definitely understand what is it that they like doing, what sports they like to play. So don't push too hard as well. Give them that opportunity, give them that space to try out different things until they find their match.
Thank you so much, Kumkum, for answering all the parents' questions and giving such nice inputs related to gratitude time, and likewise. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
To all those who have been watching this, thank you for watching this live. Tomorrow, that is 25th of May, you can learn all about a vaccine for brain fever due to meningococcal meningitis and how you can protect your child against this. This will be with the consultant pediatrician, Dr. Kamalesh P. Haria, and the timing of this will be from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Till then, stay tuned to Parentune, the 24/7 parent partner.
We can creatively come up with different sort of safe physical activities at home that you can do with your son.
We can use various oromotor exercises. We can make the child smell all kinds of food that we are cooking.
अगर आप ये 1 लीटर पानी में 1 चम्मच डालेंगे, उसे अच्छी तरह से उबाल के रात भर रहने दीजिए, दूसरे दिन छान के बच्चे को वो पानी पिलाइए, तो इससे भूख भी अच्छी बढ़ती है.
If you are having fibroids repeatedly and you've already undergone one surgery, it does not mean that you cannot conceive. You can.
So the baby weight is, it depends on the weight and build of the mother. So a mother who is small in build, short in height, and very thin may have a very low baby weight, and still the baby weight would be normal.